Does the idea of investing for your kiddos' college or for your retirement account sound daunting and overwhelming? Well, it can be if you don't have the right coach. Today I'm here with Michael Rowlands, a wealth coach with Scottsdale Gold and Silver, to help us out. Hi, Michael.
Hello, how are you?
I am good. Okay, so right here we've got a lot of precious metals. So just quickly remind us, what are precious metals?
So precious metals are going to be your gold, silver, platinum, palladium. Outside of that, then you're going to get more into industrial. Silver's more industrial, but it's still considered precious because of the history behind it. So, but typically gold and platinum are more your real true precious metals.
Okay.
And then we add silver to it because it'd be lonely.
Are we talking about the ones that women wear on their fingers? Are those the precious metals we're talking about as well?
Yeah, so that's going to be your jewelry grade, and then you have your investment grade type metals, which will come in, you know, your coins or bars, which I didn't bring any today because they're too heavy. But the difference is between, like with jewelry, typically you're not going to have your pure quantity. Like this silver coin right here is pure silver, and most silver jewelry is going to be sterling grade or less. That way it holds up better, because like with gold and platinum and even silver, it's very malleable. So the finer it is, like, you know, with jewelry, like with 18 karat or 22 karat, you got to be really careful with it because it's going to ding and nick and scratch. So with 14 karat, you can bang that around and it's good to go because they've added other alloys like nickel, zinc, or copper to it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Strengthen it up.
That makes sense. So why is it important to have precious metals in your portfolio or in your investments?
Well, what precious metals will do is it's going to give you the ultimate hedge. It's basically like insurance that you get to keep and hold on to instead of saying bye-bye unless something bad happens. So with gold and silver, if the markets drop, typically people will run to gold and silver for safety. So if the stock market's going this way, gold and silver will be going this way. Therefore, your portfolio is balancing out. So it's very good to have, especially right now. I mean, what's more likely? Let me ask you this. The Dow going to 40,000 points or silver going from 16 to 32. Now keep in mind, silver's already been to 48. So 32 is along the way of resetting a high. The Dow's never been where it's at right now.
Well, I'm thinking since we all had to live through the awful times in the 2000s, I'm thinking that silver is probably a better investment.
Right. So what you need to ask yourself, are you going to follow the crowd? Or are you going to be a contrarian? Or are you going to let your own investments and your own thoughts control your retirement or your savings? Because people that follow the crowd always end up getting hurt. Real estate market, tech crash. I mean, look at the stock crash in '87. When everybody's doing it, you probably don't want to be doing it. Just like your mom said. Do you remember that? Just because your friends do it doesn't mean you should do it too.
Usually involved a bridge, right?
Yeah, if your friends jumped off a bridge, would you do it too? Well, that's what you guys are doing when you're running out to the stock market are at all-time highs. And right now it's only two sectors, but the media is not telling anybody that. It's only energy and banking that's up. The rest of the market, it's doing very poor, and bonds are just absolutely crushed. There's been over $2 trillion lost since Trump was elected in the bond market.
Oh, wow.
And it's going to get even worse.
How is the market doing for the precious metals right now?
Precious metals are all up. You're looking at gold, we just went back over 1,200. Silver is touching back at 17. And because of what's going on with Italy, I mean, Italy's about to pull the same thing Britain did.
Oh, interesting.
Except Italy is tied to the euro. Britain never was. So they're going to have to go back to their old currency, the lira.
Oh, okay.
Now, the problem with that is if Brussels, Germany, won't bail them out because they don't have the money, and Italy's broke, where are they going to get the money?
So in other words, we have some real dynamic changes that are going to happen in the world economy.
Absolutely.
And one way, from what I'm hearing, is one way we can keep it safe is going to visit you over in Scottsdale Gold and Silver, because you're a wealth coach over there, to teach us about how to put precious metals into our portfolio to keep some of that money and not lose it with these dynamic changes.
Absolutely. Basically, what I tell people is, they always ask, when's a good time to buy? And I'm like, look, with gold and silver, you don't wait to buy it, you buy it and wait. Because what you should do is you should buy it, put it away, and pray to God you never need it. Because you really want this stuff going to as low as possible, because that means the rest of your portfolio is doing gangbusters. Unfortunately, we're set up for it to do just the opposite. The precious metals are going to start running, and the stocks are about to tumble. It's the old theory of, buy high, sell low.
Right.
Well, stock market, all-time high. Precious metals, 6-7-year low. So Economics 101 tells us we should probably buy low and sell the high.
Right. So this is a good time to go visit you over at Scottsdale Gold and Silver. And if you give them a call right now, you're going to give them a free 30-minute consultation, which is valued at $500. So get your thinking caps on, call Scottsdale Gold and Silver, meet with Michael Rowlands, and get your investments on track. We'll be right back.